Okay, I think I'm live. Can anyone confirm that? Yeah, hi, Pandyala. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Hello, and if everything is fine, so that we can start today's session, if I'm clearly audible and visible. Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. Okay, so we'll start now because it is already 3 and students have joined, I guess. Yeah, so hello and welcome to this session. स्वागत है आप सभी का आज के सेशन में, that is on statistics. Okay, and whenever you have any doubts regarding any class, whenever you have any doubts regarding any slide or any question, you can just ask in the chat box and we will guide you. Okay, so without any further delay, we'll start with today's session, that is on statistics. Yes. Okay, before we begin, I have a few updates for you, starting with this. So this is about the WhatsApp channel. So if you are preparing for this exam, that is IIM Bangalore's UG admission test, so I would highly recommend you to follow us on this WhatsApp channel, right? We are sharing free preparation resources with you. Along with that, all the important updates regarding the classes, or if there are any updates regarding the entrance exam also, so all those updates we will be sharing with you in this WhatsApp channel. So if you have not joined that WhatsApp channel now, so I will recommend you to join that WhatsApp channel. The link you can find in the description box of this video. Okay, so that was update number 1. And also we are providing 5 free mock tests. So all you need to do is just visit cracku.in/IIM Bangalore's UG mock test, and you will be able to give these 5 free mock tests. Just need to register yourself on the website and you will be able to access these free 5 mock tests. Okay, I hope this is also pretty much clear. So moving ahead with today's session, that is statistics, right? Yeah, so in this we will be studying about mean, median and mode. Okay, so I think this should be clearly visible. Let me confirm this. Okay, I think the complete value is not visible, so here it is middle value. Okay, but yes, so whenever we will be studying mean, median, mode, so we will be seeing 2 kinds of data. Okay, एक होगा ungrouped data and the other one will be group data. So what is the difference between ungrouped data and group data? So थोड़ा एग्जांपल के साथ समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. Let's say आपको कुछ डेटा गिवन है, for example some values you are given. For example, the data that is given to you, I am just representing it as data. Let's say the value that you know is, let's say 2, 5, 7, 4, 3, 1 and so on. इस तरह से कुछ आपको values given है, some data you are given, so there is no grouping, right? So if the data is given like this, it is this data is scattered data, so we call it ungrouped. Okay, and you are asked to calculate mean, median as well as mode. So mean is basically the average. I hope you must be understanding the meaning of the word average. So what do we do for average? We just calculate the sum of the data that is given to us and we divide it by the total number of terms, right? So what we will do here is, to calculate mean, we can just add all the data that is given, that is 2 plus 5 plus 7 plus 4 plus 3 plus 1, right? So 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 3 plus 1 divided by number of terms. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can just divide it by 6. So we are getting here is that 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 5 is 11, 11 plus 7 is 18, 18 plus 4, 22. So that is 22 divided by 6. So this is the basic meaning of mean, right? If the data is given in this format, that is ungrouped data, so we can use just the formula that is mean is equal to sum of terms divided by the number of terms. I hope this should be clear. This was pretty basic example that I took. Now moving on to median. Okay, we can use the same example for the median also. See, median basically means whatever data is given to us, you can just arrange the data in either ascending order or descending order, and you just need to check the middle value. Okay, let's say I take an example. For median, the data that is given to us, or the values that are given to us, are, let's say, 2, 5, 9, 4, 1, 3, or maybe 6 also. Okay, so these values are given to us. We need to find the value of median. So what we need to do is, either we can arrange this data in ascending order, or we can arrange the data in descending order, and we just need to check the middle value. Okay, so arranging this data in the in, let's say, ascending order. So what we will get here is 1, that is this, then 2, that is 2, then we have 3 also, then we have 4 also, then we have 5, that is this, then it is 6, and then we have 9. Okay, so these are the values. Now we have arranged this in ascending order, so we just need to check the middle value. So there are 3 values from the right hand side, 3 values from the left hand side. So the middle value is 4. So the median for this data will be 4, right? So likewise, you can arrange it in the descending order also, and you will be getting the same answer, right? So if you arrange this in the descending order, you will be getting the same answer, because you will write here is 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, you can see that initially you have 3 values, and here also you have 3 values. So the middle value is 4. So the median of this will be 4. So one question that you can ask here is that if the number of terms are even, then what we will do? Okay, so let's take an example where the number of terms are even. Okay, so clearing this, I hope there are no doubts. Let me check in the chats if you have any doubts. Okay, I think it's going fine. Okay, so if the number of terms are even, let's say the data is 2, 5, 7, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's check these 6 values. So now you need to arrange this in the either ascending or descending order. Okay, so let's say I'm arranging this in ascending order. So I will get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now I have arranged this data in ascending order. Now I can see that, okay, I have 2 values from the left hand side, 2 values from the right hand side, and there are 2 values left in the middle, right? So what you need to do is just calculate the mean of these 2 values to get the median. So to get the median, you just need to add 4 and 5. You can divide it by 2, so you will be getting an answer 4.5. Okay, so likewise, if the number of terms are even, all you need to do is just check the middle 2 values and calculate the mean of those 2 values, and you will be getting the median. I hope this should also be pretty much clear. This was about median. Also, we'll be solving a few questions also in this for this some ungrouped data also for in the next slide. Let me clear this and let's understand mode also now. See, mode basically means highest frequency term, right? In the ungrouped data, so all the values are written. So whichever term comes the maximum number of times is known as mode. Again, let's try to understand with the help of an example. Okay, so the data is, again, let's say we are given the values as 2, 7, 9, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, or 2. Okay, I've just taken a random example. So these are the values that are given to you. So you can see here is that the value 2 is coming 3 times. Okay, so here you can see this is 2, this is 2, and this is also 2. So 2 is coming 3 times. The value 7 is coming 2 times. So here and here, these are the 2 times that 7 is occurring here. 9 is coming only 1 time. Here it is 9. 1 is also coming just 1 time, that is here. And 3 and 5 are also coming just 1 time. So because it is pretty much clear that the value 2 is repeating 3 times, so this is the term that has the highest frequency. So the mode for this particular data will be 2. Likewise, you can calculate for all the ungrouped data. But one more important thing is that you can ask again, okay, what if 7 also came thrice? Let's say this was the condition, then 7 also is occurring thrice. So for this particular data, you will say that mode is 2 as well as 7. If let's say there are two values and both are occurring same number of times and maximum number of times, then both will be mode. Okay, I hope this should also be clear with this example. Okay, And one more important thing in the mode here is that, let's say you have a data as, just for an example, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Let's say there is no value that is repeating. So you can easily say that there is no mode for this data because no value is getting repeated. I guess there are only two doubts that students have in this particular ungrouped data, that if no value is repeating, then there will be no mode, and if let's say two values are equally repeating and the frequency of two values is maximum, then both the terms will be mode. Okay, so both the doubts should be clear if you have. Otherwise, we can move ahead if you don't have any further doubts regarding this particular ungrouped data. We will be moving ahead to this particular formula that is written there. Yes, I think there are no doubts. You can just ask the doubts in the live chat. I will be happy to answer. Okay. So this was about the, if we are given some data, so we can just use this logic to find the mean, median and mode. For example, let's say in some questions we are not given the data, we are just given 2 out of the 3 values. Let's say we are given mean and median and we are asked to find the mode, or let's say we are given median and mode, we are asked to find the mean. Then also we can just directly use this formula and we will be able to answer the question, right? And I have taken an example for this particular formula in the next slide. So I think by solving that example, it will be much clear to you. We will be just using this particular formula if 2 of the 3 values are given to us. Okay, so because I could not find any doubts in the live chat, so moving ahead to the next slide. So you can just try solving these questions, and in the third question you can see that mean and mode are given to us, and okay, I think there is some typing error. So mean and mode are given to us and we need to find median. So here it is median, there is some typing error, sorry for that. Okay, so mean and mode are given 25 and 10, we need to find median. So you can just try solving these questions and then I'll solve it for you. Okay. Okay, I think you must have tried. This was a simple kind of a stuff. So let's try to solve this. Okay, so the mean of these terms, for mean I just now told you that the mean is just the average. So we just need to find the sum of these values and we can divide with the number of terms. So here we need to just add these values and divide with the number of terms. So for mean you can just calculate 25 plus 40 plus 27 plus 23 plus 32 plus 43 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms are there. So divided by 6. So basically you just need to find the sum of these numbers. So this will be equal to 65. Okay, so this will be equal to 50. Okay, so this will be equal to 75, I guess. Yes. So you just need to find the summation. So 75 plus 65, 7 and 6 is 130. So 140. 140 plus 50 is 190. Okay, so this is just the calculation that I am doing. So 190 divided by 6 will be the mean. I hope this should be clear. This was an easy calculation. Okay, so you can just simplify this, or you can just write 190 by 6 also. Now looking at the median now. So for the median, I told you, you just need to arrange the data in either ascending order or descending order. Let's try arranging the data in ascending order. So for the first part, that is A, the data that is given to us is 3. 3 is the smallest value. Then I will write 4, just cancelling it out. Then it is 5. Okay, so 5 is also out. Then it is 6, that is this. Then it is 7. Then 9 and 11. Okay, so these are the values, and we can see that the number of values are odd. So what we can do is just exclude the initial 3 values and the 3 values from the right hand side. So we will be getting the median as 6. Okay, so the median for this will be 6. Sorry, not for this question, the median for the first question is 6. Okay, so this was about A part. Now moving on to second part, the only reason I included 2 examples is I took the number of terms as odd in the A part and even number of terms in the part B. Okay, so moving to the second part of this. So first we need to arrange this in the ascending order. So we will start with 2, then 5, then we will get 9, it is here, this, then writing it 10, then it is 13, then it is 14, then it is 17 and 19. Okay, so these are the values. We have arranged these values in the ascending order. Now because the number of terms are even, so we will just remove the 3 values from the right hand side and 3 values from the right hand side and left hand side. So 2 values are remaining, that is 10 and 13. So all we need to do is just find the average of these 2 values. Okay, so the average of these 2 values will be 10 plus 13 divided by 2, that is 23 by 2 or 11.5. Okay, so with the help of even number of terms and with the help of odd number of terms, we now are able to calculate the median for the ungrouped data. I hope this should also be clear to you. Moving ahead, if no doubts, right? I don't think there are any doubts. Moving ahead. So for mode, we need to see the maximum frequency. I think we need not to write it again. We can just see from this data itself that 2 is coming 2 times, 3 is coming for 3 times, right? So 2 is coming 2 times, 3 is coming for total of 3 times, 4 is coming for only 1 time, that is this, and 5 is also coming twice. So with this we can note that the 3 is coming thrice, so the maximum frequency is of 3. So for this particular question the mode will be 3, right? So the mode for this question will be 3. I hope this should also be clear. Moving ahead to the last question. So like I told you in the previous slide, so if we are given 2 out of the 3 quantities, that from mean, median and mode, if we are given 2 values and we are asked to calculate the third value, so we can just directly apply the formula. What is the formula? It is mean minus mode is equal to 3 times mean minus median. Okay, so we can just directly apply this formula when 2 of the 3 values are given to us and we are asked to calculate the third value. So mean is given us to be 25, so we can just write here is 25 minus mode is given as to be 10, so writing it 10, that is equal to 3, mean again we know 25 minus median. So this will come out to be 15 is equal to 3, 25 minus median. So this will cancel out, just simplifying this. So 5 is equal to 25 minus median. So median will be 20, right? So median is equal to 25 minus 5, that is 20. So median, yes, I just corrected it, that this is median. So median for this question will be 20. I hope this should also be clear with the help of this formula. If 2 of the 3 values are given to us, we can just calculate a third value. Okay, so this should be clear. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll move to the group data. Okay, I can't find any doubts. Okay, moving to the next. It is now. So now we are coming to the group data, right? See, in the last slide we saw that the values are given us to be, let's say 2, 5, 7 and so on. So there was no grouping of the data. Now the data will be grouped. What does that mean? Let's try to take an example. Let's say it is given to us that from 0 to 10 there are, let's say, okay, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. Let's say from 0 to 10 there are 5 values, 10 to 20 let's say there are 6 values, and 20 to 30 let's say there are 4 values, just randomly taking some values. So these are the group data. So from 0 to 10 there are 5 values. So in the last slides, we saw that there was no grouping. We were given that, okay, the values are 2, 5, 3, 4 and so on. But now from 0 to 10, they have grouped that from 0 to 10, there are 5 values. From 10 to 20, there are this many values. From 20 to 30, there are this many values and so on. Okay. So now the data will be grouped and you will be seeing these terms that will be used. Okay. So what does these terms mean? So this part is known as class interval. Okay. So class interval basically means that 0 से 10 तक एक class है, 10 से 20 तक एक class, 20 to 30 there is one class and so on. So this is basically the meaning of class interval, and this means frequency. Frequency, that is, you can denote it by Fi. Just now you can understand that this is frequency. Okay. So now there are a few more terms. So upper limit means, so this is the upper limit for the first class, sorry, for the first class interval, and this is the lower limit. Okay. So likewise for the second class interval also, this will be the this will be the upper limit, this will be the lower limit. Okay. This will be the upper limit, this will be the lower limit, and so on. If there are further intervals given to us, then the right hand side will be the upper limit and the left hand side will be the lower limit. So these are the meaning of upper limit and lower limit. Now the class size, you can just subtract lower limit from the upper limit and you will be getting the class size, and it will be same, right? So either you can either you can subtract 0 from 10 or 10 from 20 or 20 from 30, you will be getting the same value. So the class size will be 10 minus 0, that is 10. Either you can write 10 minus 0 or 20 minus 10 or 30 minus 20 and so on. So this is the basically meaning of class size. I hope this should also be clear. These are the basic terms that you will be seeing when you will be solving questions from group data. Okay. Okay, so because there are no doubts, we are moving ahead to the next slide. Now we will be seeing how to solve, how to find mean, median as well as mode in group data cases. Okay, when the data will be grouped, how you will be solving the questions. So this is the first part, that is mean. How you will be calculating mean when the data is grouped. Okay, so using the same example that I used in the last slide to explain you this. Okay, so the data is given to us, let's say from 0 to 10. I hope I took the 5 right frequency, from 10 to 20, then from 20 to 30. So this is the class interval, this is the frequency, and this was 4, this was 6. Okay, I hope I took this value. So okay, it doesn't matter, whatever value I want to take, I can take. Let me check. Yes, 5, 6, 4. 5, 6, 4. Let me take the same values, even though it doesn't matter, but still. This is 5, this is 6, this is 4. So let's taking these values. Now we need to find the mean. So for finding the mean, you need to first find the value of xi. So what is the meaning of xi? It is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. I just now told you the meaning of upper limit as well as lower limit. You just need to add those two numbers, divide by 2, and you will be getting the value of xi. So you need to find the xi first for all the class intervals. So you will be starting with the first interval. So it is 0 and 10. So the upper limit is 10, the lower limit is 0. So what you need to do is just add the two numbers, that is 0 plus 10 and divided by 2. So 0 plus 10 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. So xi will be 5. Okay, so you need to do this for all the intervals that are given to you. For the second case, it will be 10 plus 20, that is 30 divided by 2. You will be getting 15. And 20 plus 30 is 50. 50 divided by 2 is 25. So this was about this xi. After that, you need to find fi multiplied by xi. Fi is just the frequency of the frequency that is given to us. So you need to do is you need to find fi into xi. For that, you can just multiply the two values, that is 5 into 5 will be equal to 25, 6 into 15 will be 90, 25 into 4 will be 100, right? So these are the values of fi and xi. After that, to calculate the mean, you just need to write this formula, or you can use just this formula, that mean is equal to summation of fi xi divided by summation of fi. So for calculating the mean, we need to do the just summation of xi fi. So this is the symbol of summation, right? Divided by summation of fi. So you just need to add these values. You just need to add these values and divide the result by summation of these values, and you will be getting the value of mean. Okay, so this will come out to be 190 plus 25, that is 215, right? I guess I'm doing the calculation correctly. Yes. So divide this by 6 plus 4 10 plus 5 15. You can just divide this value by 15 because this is 15. 6 plus 4 is 10 and plus 5, this is 15. This was 215, right? So this comes out to be 215 by 15. You can just further simplify these values because that is a basic calculation, but the idea should be clear that to calculate the mean for the group data, you first need to find the value of xi, that is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2 for all the intervals that are given to you. Then you need to multiply that with fi to get this particular term, and then you need to add all those values, and you can write that in the numerator and divide it by the summation of fi. Using this, you will be able to calculate the mean. I hope this should be clear. If you have any doubt, you can just ask in the live chat. So if there are no doubts, we are moving ahead to the median, and also we will be doing some questions on mean, median and mode also using the group data. So don't worry, it will be more clear when we will be solving more questions on this. Okay, so moving ahead, if there are no doubts. Yeah, so for median, you can see there are a lot of terms that are involved. Let's try to understand all the terms. So here m is of course median, and you can see here L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F multiplied by H. So these are so many terms. L means lower limit of the median class, n means number of occurrence or frequency, F means frequency of median class, H means class size, okay. I thought there was some doubt. I got a notification, but there are no doubts, right? So L means lower limit of median class, n means number of occurrence or frequency, F means frequency of median class, H means class size, and CF means cumulative frequency of class preceding the median class. So here you can see in all the terms we are seeing a new value, that is median class. So what is the meaning of median class, right? So first try to understand what is the meaning of median class, then only we will be able to solve this particular question. Okay, so taking the same example as we did in the last slide. So let's say the class interval is given to us as 0 10 10 20 20 30, and the frequency is 5 6 4, right? So let's say this is the frequency. I hope I'm taking the value same as it was in the last slide, right? So now we need to find the value of median class. So to find the value of median class, or what is the median class, first you need to focus on finding the value of n by 2, that is this. Here n is the number of frequency or occurrence. So you can just find the value of n by 2 by just, see this is n, so 6 plus 4, that is 10 plus 5 15. So this is 15 and this is the value of n. So first you need to find the value of n by 2, that is 15 by 2. So n by 2 is 15 by 2 or 7.5, right? So this is the value of n by 2. Okay, so this is the value of n by 2. Now you need to calculate, need to find the value of cumulative frequency, right? What is cumulative frequency? So this is cumulative frequency, and for this you just need to add the values of frequency, whatever the, let's say जो पहले frequency है उसमें next frequency add करके so on for the all the class intervals. What does that mean? So पहले तो initially you can write just the 5 here. After that you need to just add 6 here. So 5 plus 6 will be 11, and you need to write here 11. After that you just need to add 4 here and it will be 15 and so on. अगर और ज़्यादा values हैं you just can continue adding it. So cumulative frequency means first तो जो first वाली frequency है उसको as it is लिख दो, उसके बाद जो भी frequency है you just need to add it and write. Okay, so you can just write 5 here, and after that you can add 6, it will be equal to 11. Then you need to add 4 to it, it will be 15 and so on. So this is the basic meaning of frequency, sorry, cumulative frequency. Okay, so after you have done this, what you need to do here is that you have to see the next value that is just after 7.5, that is n by 2. Okay, in the cumulative frequency, what is the value that is just larger than 7.5? Okay, in basic terms it means जो 7.5 आपने निकालना है क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी में, आप देखो कि उससे बड़ी नेक्स्ट स्मॉलेस्ट वैल्यू जो इससे बड़ी हो in cumulative frequency. So 5 is smaller than 7.5, but 11 is greater than 7.5. So 11 is the just next value that is greater than 7.5, right? So corresponding to that, this will be your median class. Okay, I hope this should be clear. First you need to find n by 2, that is n is the number of occurrence or frequency, that is 7.5. After that you need to just see cumulative frequency, you need to add the values. If the initial value is 5, then you can write 5, then the next value is 6, so 5 plus 6 is 11, then 11 plus 4 is 15 and so on. जितनी भी values हैं you can just add it. After that you need to see कि जो आपने n by 2 निकाला है उससे just next जो value होगी in terms of cumulative frequency, उसके corresponding में जो भी class होगी that will be your median class. I hope this was an important concept, so this should be clear. Yeah, hello Miyakshit. Okay, I hope this should be clear. This was an important thing to note here. Okay, so now you are able to find the median class. So after this you will be able to find the value of L, N, F, H, CF and so on. So with the same example, let's try to solve this. So now you need to find the first, you need to find the value of L. So L is, of course, like I told you, L is the lower limit, H is the upper limit. So L is the lower limit, so lower limit of the median class. Now we have found that the median class is from 10 to 20, so the lower limit will be 10. Okay, so L will be 10, that is the lower limit. Okay, now the second thing is N, that is frequency. So the frequency here is 15, that is summation of all these values, so N will be 15. Now F is the frequency of the median class. F is the frequency of the median class, so this is the median class and the frequency is 6. Okay, so the frequency is 6. Okay, and H is the class size, and class size remains the same. You can just subtract the lower limit from the upper limit, that is 10 minus 0, that is 10. Now you just need to plug in the values, but one more important thing is that the cumulative frequency that you need to take is of the class that is just preceding the median class. That is lower limit तो आपने यहीं से नोटिस किया, राइट? n तो 10 तो आपने यहीं से लिया है, 6 भी आपने यहीं से लिया है, but the cumulative frequency that you will take will be not this but this. Cumulative frequency that you need to take here is that of the class that is preceding the median class. So because the median class is from 10 to 20, so the cumulative frequency that you will be taking will not be 11, it will be 5. This is another important thing that you need to note here, is you should not be missing here that the cumulative frequency that you will take will be of the class preceding the median class. Because the median class is from 10 to 20, so you will be taking the value as 5. I hope this should also be clear. This was an important thing to note here. So the cumulative frequency that you will take here is 5. Okay, now you can just plug in the values to find the value of median. So M will be equal to L, that is lower limit, that is 10, plus N by 2, that is 15 by 2, minus cumulative frequency, that is 5, divided by F, that is frequency, that is 6, multiplied by H, that is 10. So you can just do the basic calculation after this. Okay, so this is 15 by 2, that is 7.5. 7.5 minus 5 is 2.5. So 2.5 divided by 6 into 10, that is 25 by 6. So 10 plus 25 by 6. Okay, so this is just the calculation that you can do after this. This is the median. It will not be an integer. This will come in fraction. But what is more important is to know how to calculate median when the data is grouped. I hope that should be clear. If you have any doubts regarding how to calculate median, then you can ask now. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can just ask now. Otherwise, we'll move ahead to the next. Okay. I can't find any doubts. Moving ahead to the next slide. that is about mode. Let's see how to calculate mode when the data is grouped. Okay. Yeah. So again, you can see there are a lot of terms here. So this is how you calculate the mode. So for this, you first need to find the model class. Taking again the same example as I did in the last slide. So let's say the cumulative frequency is from 0 to 10. Sorry, class interval. So class interval is from 0 to 10, from 10 to 20, 20 to 30. The values are 5, 6 and 4. This is frequencies. Okay. So now you need to see how to calculate mode of this particular data. Okay. So one important thing here to note is that we are getting a new term, that is model class. In the last slide we saw the median class. Now we need to find what is the model class. So model class basically means class with the highest frequency. That is from 10 to 20, you see the value of f is greatest, right? That is 6. So the model class will be from 10 to 20. Pretty much easy as compared to median class. So we just need to find the class which has the highest frequency, which is 10 to 20 in this case. So the model class will be from 10 to 20. Now again, I think it will be clear for the remaining terms. So L basically means the lower limit of the model class, which in this case will be 10. F1 is the frequency of the model class. So frequency of the model class is 6. This was the frequency of the model class. F0 basically means frequency of the class just above the model class. So this is the frequency of the class that is just above the model class. And F2 is the frequency of the class which is just below the model class. So just below the 6, we are seeing the value as 4. So this is the value of F2. And H, of course, is class size. Again, we know the meaning of these terms. Now we can just plug in the values with this example and see what will be the mode. Okay, let's try to solve this. Okay, so let's try to write the values here first. So the value of L will be, that is the lower limit, will be 10, right? F1 is the frequency of the model class. So frequency of the model class will be 6, right? This is the frequency of the model class because model class is from 10 to 20 and the frequency is 6. The frequency of the model class will be 6. Now we need to find the value of that. This is F1. So now the next term is F0. This is the frequency of the class that is just above the model class. So we can see the value just above the model class is 5. So the value of F0 will be 5. Same in the case for F2, the frequency of the class just below the model class. So this value is just below the model class. So F2 will be 4, right? So now we have all the values. H, of course, is the class size. So value of H will be 10 minus 0, that is 10. Now we can just plug in the value to find the mode of this particular data. So mode will be equal to, I hope this should be visible, I am writing it here. So mode will be equal to, right, so first it is lower limit, that is 10 plus in the bracket F1 minus F0. F1 basically is the frequency of model class, that is 6. So 6 minus, sorry for this, yes. So this is frequency of the model class, that is 6 minus frequency of F0. F0 is frequency of the class just above model class, that is 5, divided by 2 into F1, that is 6, minus F0, that is 5, F2 minus is 4. Okay, and you can just multiply this value by class size, that is 4. Again, let's solve this. This will be 1 divided by, this will be 12 minus 9, right? 12 minus 9 will give me 3 multiplied by 4. So this will be 10 plus 4 by 3. So I hope this should also be pretty much clear. How do we calculate the mode, right? So this was all about how to calculate mode when the data is group data. I hope this should be clear. If there are no doubts, we can move ahead to the next slide. That is, we will solve a few questions about how to calculate the mean, median as well as mode. We will see a couple of examples. Okay, so if this is clear, moving ahead to the next. So this is the question, example question I have taken it for you. So these are the class intervals that are given to you. This is the frequency. You can just try calculating mean, median as well as mode. Okay, try calculating mean, median as well as mode for this data. First you try, then I'll explain how to calculate. Okay. I hope you must be trying this question. Giving me just one more minute, then I'll start solving this. Okay, I think I should start solving this now. Okay, if you have tried, then you can just match your answers. Let's see how to solve this. So starting with mean. Yeah, so this is Fi, that is frequency. Okay, so all you need to do is first calculate the value of Xi, right, to calculate the mean. So here you will be writing Xi. So what is the meaning of Xi? Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So here it is 1 plus 3 divided by 2, that is 4 divided by 2 is 2, right? So 3 plus 5 divided by 2 will be 8 by 2, that is 4. Likewise you can write 5 plus 7, that is 12 divided by 2 is 6. 7 plus 9 is 16 divided by 2, that is 8. 9 plus 11 is 20 divided by 2, that is 10. Okay, now you need to write the value of Fi multiplied by Xi. So you can just multiply the two values, that is 5 into 2 is 10, 8 into 4 is 32, 10 into 6 is 60, 7 into 8 is 56, 6 into 10 is 60. So this was the calculation. Now you just need to find the summation of this value and this value, and your mean will be summation of Fi Xi divided by summation of Fi. Okay, you just need to add these values. This will be equal to 120 and 50, 170, 176, 186 plus 32. So that will be equal to 218. Okay, I hope I'm done the calculations correctly. So this is 120 into 120 plus 50 is 170, 176, 186 plus 32 is, yes, so this is correct. So this is 218 divided by summation of fi, that is 5 plus 8 plus 10 plus 7 plus 6. So this is 5 plus 8 is 13, 13 plus 10, 23, 23 plus 7 is 30, 30 plus 6 is 36, right? 13 plus 10 is 23, 23 plus 7 is 30, 30 plus 6 is 36. So this is the mean for this particular data. Of course, we can just simplify this, but I hope this was clear. To calculate the mean, that is 218 divided by 36. Okay. So if this is clear, we can move ahead to the median part if there are no doubts. Okay, I don't think there are any doubts. Moving ahead to median now. Right, there are no doubts. Yes. So let's clear this and move to median. See, for median, I told you there was a new term that is called median class, right? There was a new term that is called median class for median. So for that, you first need to find the value of n by 2 and cumulative frequency. So n by 2 you can directly calculate by just adding these values. That is 5 plus 8 is 13. Of course, I calculated in the last calculation that it was 36. So now we need to find the value of cumulative frequency. Let's say I'm writing the value of cumulative frequency here. For cumulative frequency, you can just write the initial value as it is, that is 5. Now 5 plus 8 will be equal to 13, right? 13 plus 10 is 23. 23 plus 7 is 30. And 30 plus 6 is 36. Okay, now you have got the value of cumulative frequency, and value of n by 2 is 36 divided by 2, that is 18, right? Now you need to see the value that is just greater than this 18, right? In the cumulative frequency, you need to find you need to see the value that is just greater than this 18. So here you can see that 23 is the value that is just greater than 18 in the cumulative frequency. So the class corresponding to 23 will be our median class. So this is our median class from 5 to 7. So this will be our median class, right? So we have got the median class. We can just, okay, and we know the formula to calculate the median was equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F multiplied by H. Okay, so this was the formula to calculate the median class. Now just writing the values. So the value of L will be, right, so the value of L, that is lower limit, was because this is our median class, so the value of L, that is lower limit, will be equal to 5, right? N by 2 we know it is equal to 18. Now cumulative frequency, remember the cumulative frequency that we need to take is of the class that is just above the median class, right? Should not be making these mistakes, right? So the cumulative frequency we need to take is of the value that is just above the median class, because the median class is from 5 to 7. So we need to take the value as 13, right? Just above the median class. Okay, so CF will be 13 and the frequency of the median class, which is equal to 10. So frequency of the median class is 10, CF is 13, n by 2 is 18, L is 5, and of course H, that is class size, that is 2. So now we just need to plug in the values and we will be able to get the value of median. Okay, so the value of median will be first the value of L, that is the lower limit of the median class, that is 5, plus n by 2 is 18, minus the cumulative frequency is 13, divided by frequency of the median class, that is 10, right? That is 10, multiplied by H, H is 2, right? So this will be equal to 5 plus 5 into 2 divided by 10, right? 18 minus 13 is 5. So 5 into 2 divided by 10. So this will be equal to 10 by 10, that is 1. So essentially 5 plus 1, that is 6. I hope this is also clear. This is how we need to calculate the median. If you have any doubts, you can just ask. Otherwise, we'll move on to mode. Okay. Let's see if you have any doubts. There are no doubts. So moving ahead to our mode. Okay. So this was about median. Now moving to mode. Clearing this. Right. See, for mode, we know we first need to find the module class, right? We first need to find the module class. Then we can just calculate the mode. So for mode, we can see that this is our module class because the frequency is maximum here. So this is our module class. So module class is 5 to from 5 to 7, and the formula for mode is L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2, okay, multiplied by h. H of course is class size. Now we know the model class, that is from 5 to 7, so we can just plug in the value. So the value of L will be, I am writing it here, so the value of L will be 5, right? Lower limit of the model class, so that is 5. So L will be equal to 5. F1 is the frequency of the model class, that is equal to 10. F0 is the frequency of the class that is just above the model class, so the frequency here is 8. So F0 will be 8. Now the value of F2, that is the class, that is the frequency of the class that is just below the model class, so which is 7, 9 is the model class and the frequency is 7. The value of F2 is 7, and of course the value of H will be equal to, we can calculate by subtracting lower limit from upper limit from any of the class, that is 3 minus 1, that is equal to 2. Okay, again we can just plug in the value, doing it here. So L, okay, I don't think there is enough space, I should calculate it down, right? So this will be equal to L, that is 5, plus F1, that is 10, minus F0, that is 8, divided by 2 times of F1, that is 2 into 10, that is 20, minus F0, that is 8, minus F2, that is 7, multiplied by H. H is 2, right? So this will come out to be 5 plus 2 divided by, so this will be 20 minus 8 minus 7, that is 20 minus 15, because 7 and 8 will add up to 15. So 20 minus 15 will be equal to 5. So this will be 5. Here we have 2. So this will come out to be 5 plus 4 by 5. Okay. Again the answer is coming into in fractions because I have taken just the random values. So I think this should also be clear. This is how we will be calculating mode from this particular data. I hope this should be clear. If you have any doubts, you can just ask. Otherwise, we'll move to the next question and we will be finding mean, median and mode for the same kind of a group data. Okay. So this was about mode for this particular question. If you don't have any doubt, you can just, okay, if you don't have any doubt, then we will move to the next question. If you have, you can just ask. Okay, I can't find any doubts. Moving ahead to the next question. So try finding the same all the three values, that is mean, median and mode for this example. Try finding mean, median and mode for this example. Okay. Then we'll look at it. I think it is not clearly visible. Okay, I hope this should be visible now, the data. But this is basically 40, 60, 60, 80 and 80, 100. I hope you can just see it clearly now. Right, this should be visible now. Okay, I hope you must have tried. Let's try to attempt this question now. Let's calculate mean, median as well as mode for this data. Okay. So yeah, starting with finding the value of xi here. This is fi. So xi, like I told you, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So 0 plus 20 divided by 2, that is 20 by 2, that is 10. 20 plus 40 is 60. 60 divided by 2 is 30. 40 plus 60 is 100. 100 divided by 2 is 50. 60 plus 80 is 140. 140 divided by 2 is 70. And 80 plus 100 is 180. 180 divided by 2 is 90. So this was xi. Now we need to find the value of fi multiplied by xi. Right. So fi multiplied by xi. So this will come out to be 6 into 10, that is 60. 10 into 30 is 300. 12 into 50 is 600. 8 into 70 is 560. 5 into 90 is 450. Okay, so these are the values of fi multiplied by xi. Now to calculate the mean, we can just add the values and to find the summation of this and the summation of this, and we can just divide it. So adding these values will give me 6 plus 4 is 9, 9 plus 5 is 14. So 1400, 1450, 1510, 1570 and 3, 15, 1870 if I am not wrong. Let me see with the help of calculator. Yes. So this is 60 plus 300 plus 600 plus 560 plus 450. Okay, this is 1970. Okay, this will come out to be 1970. Okay, so the summation comes out to be 1970. Right. Now frequency 6 plus 10 is 6 plus 10 plus 12 plus 8 plus 15. So 16 plus 12 is 28. 28 plus 8 is 36. 36 plus 5 is 41. I hope this is pretty much clear. Right. So now to calculate the value of mean, you can just write summation of fi xi divided by summation of fi. So 1970 divided by 41. Again, the answer is not coming as integer, but the concept should be clear that how do we calculate the mean. I hope this should be clear. Right. this should be clear. Moving ahead to the median part now for the same question. See, for median, the first thing is of course median class. So we need to find the value of, we need to find which is the median class. For that we will start with n by 2, that is the summation of this, that is 41. So this will come out to be 41 by 2, that is 20.5. Right, now we need to find the value of cumulative frequency, writing it here as CF, or let's say I'm writing it here, that is cumulative frequency. So that is 6. Now just adding the values. So 6 plus 10 will be 16, 16 plus 10 will be 12 will be 28, 28 plus 8 will be 36, and 36 plus 5 will be 41. Now like I told you, you need to find the next greater value than 20.5, right? So 20.5 से जो बड़ी value है in terms of cumulative frequency is 28, right? So this is the next value that is greater than 20.5. So the median class will be from 40 to 60. So from 40 to 60 it will be median class. So now we have got the value of median class. Now we can just use the formula that was L plus n by 2 minus cumulative frequency divided by F multiplied by H, right? So we can just use this formula. First let's write the value of the terms. So value of L, that is lower limit. So lower limit in our case is 40. So L will be equal to 40. N by 2 we know, n by 2 is equal to 20.5. Now we need to find the value of CF, that is cumulative frequency. That is again, we need to find CF is equal to the frequency just above the median class. So median class is from 40 to 60. So the frequency that we will take here is 16, right? So this is our cumulative frequency, and F is the frequency of the median class, that is 12. So 12 is our frequency, and H is the class size, that is 20 minus 0, that is 20. So these are all the values, right? So these are all the values. Now we just need to put it in the formula, and we will be able to get the value of median. Okay, so just now calculating the median of the particular data, that will be equal to L is 40 plus n by 2. So n by 2 is 20.5. So I can write here is 20.5 minus CF is 16 divided by F is frequency is 12 multiplied by H we know is 20. Okay, so this will come out to be 40 plus 4.5 multiplied by 20 divided by 12. So 4 into 3, 4 into 5. I think you can do the calculation after this, right? So this, the purpose is that you should be able to know the approach, right? So this is 9 by 2 multiplied by 5 by 3. 9 by 2, that is, because I have written 4.5 as 9 by 2 and this is 5 by 3. So this will come out to be 45 divided by 6. So 40 plus 45 by 6. Okay, so after this it is just a calculation, and I hope you will be able to do the calculations, right? If this is pretty much clear to you, then we will be moving to the next, that is mode. If you have any doubts, then you can just ask. Otherwise we will move on to mode. I don't think there are any doubts. It seems pretty much clear, right? So moving ahead, if there are no doubts, so this was about median, right? So we have got the answer for median. Now moving to the mode, right? So for mode, the first thing to note here is modal class. right? So for mode, the first thing that you need to know is model class, the class with maximum frequency. Okay, so the class with maximum frequency is, this is the maximum frequency, so this is the model class of our for this particular data. Okay, and for to calculate mode, we can just use the formula that is L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2. So this is the basic formula that we need to use, multiplied by h. Okay, so because we know the model class is this, we can just write the values. L is the lower limit of the model class, so L will be equal to 40, right? F1 will be equal to the frequency of the model class, that is 12, right? And FO will be the frequency just above the model class, so this is 10, and F2 is the frequency just below the model class, that is 8, and H is the class size, that will be of course 20. So now we just need to plug in the values in the formula. I can do it here itself. So this will come out to be 40 plus F1 minus FO, that is 12 minus 10, divided by 2 times of F1. 2 times of F1 will be 2 into 12, that is 24, minus FO or F0 is 10 and F2 is 8, right? Multiplied by H, that is 20. So you will be getting 40 plus, so 12 minus 10 is 2, divided by 24 minus 10 is 14, 14 minus 8 is 6. So this will be 6 into 20. So this will come out to be 40 plus 20 by 3. If I have done the calculation correctly, then this should be the answer, right? So the basic concept should be clear. To calculate the model class, first you need to find the to calculate the mode, first you need to find the model class. So the class with the maximum frequency, that is this. So the model class will be from 40 to 60. Then the value of L is lower limit of the model class, that is 40, plus F1, that is the frequency of the model class, minus FO or F0, that is the frequency of the class just above the model class, and F divided by 2 times of F1. F1 is of course the frequency of the model class, minus FO, that is the frequency of the class just above the model class. F2 is the frequency of the class just below the model class, and this term is multiplied by H, that is class size. I hope this should be clear. I've just explained you, and also if I hope the calculations are correct. So this was about mode. If there are no doubts, then we can just wrap up this class. I have brought 2 questions for you, and we have solved the 2 questions now. Yes. Let's see if you have any doubts, any queries, you can just ask now. If there are no doubts, then we can move ahead. Moving ahead means we will be ending this class now. Yeah, I don't think there are any doubts. Yeah, so if there are no doubts, so this was all about mean, median, and mode for today's class. So before we end, I'm just giving you a reminder. So this is about the WhatsApp channel. So like I told you, if you are preparing for the IIM Bangalore UG admission test, you can just consider subscribing, just consider joining this WhatsApp channel. All the free preparation resources will be provided in this channel. Apart from that, if there are any important updates regarding the classes that we are conducting and regarding exam updates, so all those updates and free resources will be shared in this WhatsApp channel. So I will recommend you to just join this WhatsApp channel. Link is there in the description box, right? And also, so this is about the free mock test that we are providing. There are 5 free mock tests. All you need to do is just go to cracku.in/IIMBangalore UG mock test, and you will be able to give the free 5 mock tests, right? You can just register and attempt these mock tests. So this was it about this session. Right. Thanks for joining in. I hope this session was useful for you. If you have not subscribed to this channel now, I highly recommend you to subscribe to this channel so that it motivates us also, and it will be helpful for you in your preparation also, right? So that we can keep bringing these sessions for you. Thanks for joining in. Take care.